Brigade presents the Realty Debate, powered by Reliance Home Finance with Manisha Natarajan.
As we head into another festive season, the question we are asking on your behalf today: should you buy a property or home in the coming 6 months of 2016? Actually, less than 6 months now, about 4.5 months left. Is it worth taking the plunge, or should you simply wait out for 2017? Welcome everyone to the Realty Debate on home prices in India and outlook on future prices. Joining me today, Irfan Razak, CMD Prestige Group and Chairman CREDAI. We also have with us Gitambar Anand, CMD ATS Infrastructure Limited and President CREDAI. For Mumbai market perspective, Deepak Goradia, Vice Chairman and Managing Director, Dosti Realty and Vice President, MCHI CREDAI. Also with us, armed with data, Pankaj Kapoor, Founder and Managing Director of Lysis Forus. And of course, Sameer Jasuja, Founder and MD of Prop Equity with me. Gentlemen, I'm going to come to you in just a moment. I'm just going to show some key indicators which do indicate a modest pickup in sales in the first 6 months of 2016. Now, recently, data released by PropTiger, which is an online portal, and international property consultant Knight Frank pointed towards an uptake of 7 to 8% in sales across top 8 cities. Now, this slow and steady increase in demand, the report says, shows that actual end users are finding their way back into the market, while investors still remain at an arm's length. I would like to ask my panelists, is it safe to assume that sooner than later the excess inventory of flats will be absorbed and prices will firm up? Now, what is the time frame for this is the big question. Mr. Razak, first question to you.
Manisha, this is the million-dollar question that's asked all the time. But I believe to buy a property, there's no wrong time or right time. The day somebody feels that they want to invest in a property, buy a property either for their own use or as a long-term investment, that's the day. Because history has shown that over a period of time, there has been capital growth across the board over a period of time. It's only certain times you have a period of lull, and then again it takes up, and the prices start getting adjusted to inflation. And in India, as you know, you have a year-on-year inflation of at least 6% minimum. And if you delay by a couple of years, that means you are actually lost out on the overall opportunity to buy a property, and you'll end up paying more.
You know, Mr. Razak, what you say does hold some water, but the problem is that, now there are buyers, whether it's an end user or it's an investor who hasn't really seen an appreciation. Forget an appreciation. In some cases, they've actually seen in resale market their property prices going down. And in India, when a large part of your savings, Gitambar, goes into buying home as your big asset, then it is very, very, let's say, worrying when your asset prices go down. So therefore, that question, what is the good time to buy? At least you want to protect your downside. Can we say that if you buy in the next 4 months, your downside is protected?
This inventory has come up before its time, and it's all come up suddenly. Now, one must understand there's no new land coming up, and what is there in these locations. And now if any new stock comes up, it will come up in far-flung areas and away from city centers. To take up basically your observation, which data to follow, because there's so many figures in front of you, I'll give you a small example. I was with the managing director of PNB Housing this afternoon, and I asked him, what's your take on inventory of take across the country? He said, I'll give you a small example. He said, we had 2 years ago an inventory of 22,000 homes across the country, and last year, in the last calendar year, they have seen a sale of 12,000 units from those 22,000 units. That means, and I don't know where this has happened. I said, has it happened in one particular geography? He said, no, it's happened across the country. So I would agree with Prop Equity's report saying that this entire sales pickup has been across all geographies. Some places it's been more, some places it's been less.
But definitely 2016 first 6 months have been better compared to 2015 first 6 months. So when at the end of 2015, developers were saying worst is behind us, in some sense it actually turned out so, isn't it? I mean, things may not look phenomenal, but the worst definitely seems to be behind them.
Manisha, I absolutely agree with you. The things are in 2016, the Q1, Q2, as Pankaj says, is definitely better than the 2015. In 2015, comparatively, this year we have a lot of takeoff conversion happening at each developer site. Even in western part of India, we see a lot of things happening in Mumbai and MMR area. The things are that even if you see the results coming from the corporates listed developers in Q1, that is April to June 16, everybody has shown a better improvement, better result. And as a developer, we also feel that inquiries are generated comparatively is better. Number of footfall and number of conversion happening at various sites at various developers in Mumbai, MMR and surrounding area is definitely better than 2016. The trend is positive and we do see the opportunity where definitely further down the line it will be better in end of the Q3, Q4 if we see about 2016 and March 2017 should be a better than what it used to be now.
Okay. So about strengths now. I mean, it's going to be hard to call on weaknesses, but in strengths, which are some of the markets which you think are going to benefit the most from the festive season?
You see, the thing is that as everybody is aware that we are really in an end user market. So end users, whenever and wherever they go and buy, this is probably absolutely the best time to go ahead and buy. You cannot get better rates and you will not get better properties. And I completely agree with Mr. Gitambar on that.
So stop here. This is what I need everyone to catch the bull by its horns and do a call on pricing. Because look, I mean, here October, this is an early Dussehra, early Diwali that we are going to enter into. This is one of the most let's say auspicious time to buy real estate. Are we saying that most markets have hit their bottom? Are we calling it a bottom?
Yes, I can say safely that we can say it's hit kind of a bottom with respect to pricing.
With respect to pricing.
With respect to pricing.
That's what everyone wants to know. I mean, are homes likely to get cheaper if I can wait a bit? You're saying no. Pankaj, call on prices.
You know, I do agree. If you look at if there were further decline in the prices, it would have happened a year back, which has not happened. So it looks like there's a resilience and the price is going to hold on. So I would still say that it's a buyer's market. There's a huge inventory ready as well as under construction. Ready when I mean to say that there's a huge amount of investor stocks available in the market. So one has a big bargain available. So for end users, certainly I say this today is the best market. They can go, they can strike good values, they can bargain well, and they'll get good options available in the market. And I do agree, like, you know, it's the bottom of the market. I would not say that from here the prices will begin to surge. I would say there's going to be pricing pressure maintained over next 1.5 years. Having said that, I don't see there's going to be further decline and no rise too.
Okay. Mr. Goradia, just very quickly, in terms of Mumbai, this is a market everyone said is waiting to crack down, it's slowed down, and you know, prices are likely to come down, it's the most expensive city, all of that, and I find that Mumbai is far more sticky than NCR when it comes to prices. So are you saying that, look, we may not see prices going up for another year, but we won't even see prices going down? I know as a developer, you'll never say prices will go down.
I little differ with you, the view and the opinion which you express about the city of Mumbai. As such, you know, as in Mumbai, we don't have open green land. You know, the development happening across other cities, and in Mumbai, lot of development is happening is a brownfield development and greenfield development happening in extended suburbs and in MMR area. Mumbai has got all brownfield redevelopment project of slum redevelopment, cessed land redevelopment, society redevelopment project, where the supply is not able to generate that great number. There is a phase-wise development happening where one has to settle with a tenant and then make a rehab building or the tenants building for the society, and then limited portion is remaining for the sale component. So the supply in city of Mumbai and even in extended suburb is not that huge. Overall, we see the scenario because of little sentiment issue, the prices, customers were little delaying taking decisions. But since last 2 quarters, we see that people are coming forward. They realize the prices remain steady in terms the prices point of view, developers point of view, the construction cost has gone up.
Okay.
Various cost of paying premium to municipality, government of Maharashtra, and even state level and even central level has gone very, very high. So there is no scope of further that way that builder can cut on any price. So prices point of view, it's all accepted norm that prices are stable now, and prices will definitely in time to move little on a northern portion or a positively upward trend. But that may not happen in the immediate future. We do expect post October onward the festivity season, lot of maybe a launch because of RERA and issue expressed by Irfan ji and all. The issue is faced across India. So new launches have little slowdown. Existing launch projects are going on phase-wise basis.
Right.
So takeoff is there, inquiries are there, conversion is happening. We do expect a lot of further conversion in Q3 and Q4 of the year to happen. And overall Mumbai point of view, the perception of high price is limited to only south and mid city. Across suburb is price as good as the price of other cities in India.
Okay.
So extended suburbs is an MMR area is a price which is still affordable, and there is a takeoff happening at that level.
Okay.
That is what
So
I am saying.
overall, are homes more affordable than they were about 3 years?
You know, what I'm saying that's why I'm saying that since last 2 years prices have not gone up. And that's where during the period interest rate, which 2 years back was in the range of 11%, has become 9.5%. And the income also have grown around 10-20%. So if you look at the interest adjusted affordability, that has shown a 26% improvement.
Okay.
So
Fair
prices
enough.
are
I
here
got it.
and income is increasing. That's where the gap has got reduced.
I got it. For the first time I have a panel which is all saying this is the bottom. It cannot go down lower. Pankaj also said cost of construction is not, I mean, inflation, if you look at it, you can't have prices lower even in a city like Mumbai. So I think you can't go lower. We've all established that. It's a good time to go ahead and buy, because I think new project launches going down, you will find it harder to get the right kind of property in the right location. Mr. Anand, I am going to end with that point that you made. Gentlemen, Mr. Goradia, Mr. Anand, Mr. Razak, Pankaj and Sameer, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me.